Why Cabrini? Now, recently, I just saw Cabrini a couple of weeks back, and it was very entertaining. It went hand in hand. The reading course I took of, Indian people in general, not just Indian woman. What Cabrini is, it's somebody on their way to death, through death. It's political, it's very political, but the samurai jackets, they all want to fuck her. So what Cabrini does is it shows you, the average, strategy that is used by a single mother, which is Scarface through a lesbian gang. It's also intuitive of, an actual gang with fluidity. I had to, figure out how to match fluidity is doing the right things at the right time. But what ends up happening is this shows you a whole lot about Adrian's mother, or many Indian mothers for that example. And Adrian's mom was really, really tough. She was really tough when I did research. And what ended up happening is every time I came back from the store, I would think about, Adrian and Abdul. As soon as I just get gummies. And I did my research of, two single mothers that went down to the same reasoning. Not seasoning, but same reasoning. It was Rashad's mom, the chestnuts. And the whole reason why I did this was I recognized that Mandela's, work with negative effect. Also, it went hand in hand with the Star Inspector tutorial that I took earlier. And she was doing way more to fill up Adrian's subconscious. Like, Adrian, he did this and you did this. Which was way more than my mom ever told me, and it was crazy. But then lately, I don't support something crazy. And it was crazy, literally. What her nose was, literally, versus Adrian's nose. How I first, at him. His mom's nose, literally, and the woman's nose were perfectly identical. I'm talking about I was receiving Bin Bomber's roast up the Yang Yang. It looked exactly like Adrian's mother. First of all, there were two Abduls. There was the guy who owned them on the dance floor, and there was Abdul, his brother. Call me crazy, but literally, that's what happens when you go further into cause and effect. Because I'm making general assumptions. What ends up happening is he ends up negotiating through multiple conductors and men into multiple, royal men and mayors, in order to, support her cause, support, her child, or wherever she's like literally Raven, wearing a hood all throughout the movie, literally negotiating with multiple men. This shit was so crazy. This course I took was so crazy that I got to think about, how Nas movies Yumi Deji, in the future ones, like when they travel to Yokohama, the one would stomp the yard. I was imagining my mom in that, going in as the actual character in that. Literally saying the first thing when she became a crip, my main is a net, and I'm about to fly a jet. And stomp the yard. The exact movie is Stomp the Yard beats the tuning exams. It was pretty fucking crazy. The movie is a penny come to life and then turning into a prostitute. But hey, anyway, this is why you should watch Cabrini.